Are you ready for what I've been playing, what I've been watching, what I've been reading? Let's go! Hey YouTube, welcome to the channel, or welcome back to the channel, Bambino. Every time I press record, my eyes start itching. It looks like I'm crying. Yeah, so welcome to this week's what I've been playing, what I've been watching, what I've been reading, Bambinos. I've a bit late today. What's the date today? It's the 2nd of June. It's a Tuesday, I know that. I've been on my holidays. So apologies, I haven't really done a video for, it's very unlike me, for over a week, I think. So I've gone from one extreme to the other. I did 12 days work. I know my life is tough. 12 days in a row, working. Then I had a long weekend off where I've been away with the family down West Wales, down the valleys. Yeah, really nice time. But it was weird going from working my butt off for 12 days, and it was solid. At day 8, I worked through my weekend off, basically. And then it just took my toll. I got to do another week. It was hard, let me tell thee. But all good, all good. The money, all the overtime I'm getting is going towards paying for Street Fighter 6. And can you believe, this time next month, it'll be out. So I'll probably be doing an unboxing video, or I'll be playing it, more importantly. Unless there's some... They can't delay it. They cannot delay it. It's too short notice, Capcom. Very excited for that. So, what have I been playing? So obviously I've been away, I just said. So my handhelds got a bit of loving this weekend. So I took my Nintendo 3DS, I took my PSP and my Vita. I only took one Vita game. Don't have a very big collection. But I played some... I took this opportunity to get through a lot of my backlog, okay? So I played some trash. Some of the games I thought... Like, for example, Godzilla Unleashed. I love Godzilla. I'm a big Godzilla fan. Rossi, who's cutting right there, he's more of a King Kong fan. Don't know where he gets that from. But we're Team Godzilla. Oh, I'm Team Godzilla. Rossi, my dog, is Team King Kong. This game effing sucks. I wasn't impressed at all. It was nice. So I like the things I liked about it. I liked the presentation. I liked the fact he plays Godzilla. You can choose your characters. But after about 3.4 seconds of playing it, I was like, what the F is this? It's a side-scrolling, I suppose it's like a shmup. It was very easy. It was no challenge whatsoever. I couldn't figure out, if you see there was stuff just flying over me. And I was like, well, what's the point in jumping up? Because Godzilla can jump really high for some reason. It doesn't work as a Godzilla game. There was no reason to jump up. The jets that are flying over, they're not really hitting you, so you just stay below them. I wasn't getting punished from my small playthrough. I just thought, nah, I'm not impressed with that. I don't know, I'll never have the urge to play that again. I don't know. It's very unlikely, put it that way. But it's not, unfortunately, so bad it's good. It's so bad it's bad, unfortunately. The only good thing about it is it's a Godzilla game. It's nothing like Godzilla Unleashed on the GameCube. Another game, maybe I'm being a bit harsh, is Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of Thy Sith. It's a cheap, I say cheap, it's like a side-scrolling hack and slash. As far as I could play, I really didn't enjoy it. I can see on the back there's some flying missions. Now, I normally struggle with flying missions. Oh, I'm so tired. My arm, I'm holding it up and my arm's getting tired. These games are really heavy. There is a bit of a manual in there, but my old age is catching up with me, I think. So I'll have to rest my arm down here, sorry. Yeah, it was okay. Similar to Godzilla. If it wasn't a franchise that I liked, so if it wasn't Star Wars, yeah, I wouldn't have played it at all. I played it for a while, but yeah, I just wasn't feeling it. Maybe in my head, I haven't been very well mentally. I'm in two minds where I did that 12-day stint with work. Mentally, I shouldn't really be doing things like that. That's why I stepped down responsibility jobs. I got to be very careful what I do to look after my mental health. But then when someone offers me overtime for quite a bit of extra money, and Street Fighter 6 is round the corner and I need to pay for it, it's hard to say no. So yeah, maybe that's why I haven't been right. I don't know if I'll do that again in a hurry anyway. But yeah, I don't really recommend it. But it seems to looking at the back, or basically the first stage is you're just fighting droids. Very repetitive, not challenging at all, very easy. And I was like, maybe I wasn't in the mood for it. But some of the later stages look pretty cool, So let me know in the comments, should I go back to it if anyone's played it? The last DS game I played, and I skipped. It's my fault. I skipped the tutorial so I could figure it out as I go along, and I didn't know what the F I was doing. Advance Wars Dark Conflict. This is a game I need to... Basically, I played these 3 games in one night before bed, and I was really tired. So I just thought I'd maybe do a stage or something like that, and I couldn't figure out what the hell I was doing. So I need to do the tutorial. I'm new to this franchise, but yeah, I liked the look of it. I liked a lot of things, but then I was like, just turn it off. I'll come back to it. Yeah, so I'm going to hang on. Definitely not going to sell that or trade that in. Then I played one 3DS game, Chronicles Samurai Warriors, or Samurai Warriors Chronicles. So there it says Chronicle Samurai Warriors, but on the side it's Samurai Warriors Chronicles. So I don't know why they've done it that way. This was great fun. This saved the day, this one did. Very good looking game. It is what I expected it to be. It's a kind of an open arena, I suppose, not open world, open arena stage style hack and slash with some pointers where they tell you, right, go kill this general or take out this general. Or there was a couple of times where it was like, stop these people from getting to this part of the map kind of thing. And I like the fact that you've got your character and there's another character that you can play as, so you're both in two, so you split up basically, and you can jump between each character, and it's like, switch to this character now, and it's just like press of one button, then you're instantly transported to the other part of the map, and it's got a different play style, I suppose. So yeah, I really enjoyed that. That wasn't an expensive game, but I'm on the fence. I'm thinking about collecting the Samurai Warriors, all the games. I will do it one day, but yeah, I really enjoyed that. And I'm just looking at this now. I think I bought this in CEX, and I'm just looking now. It's in some foreign language, the whole thing. But it was no problem. The game runs perfectly fine, and it's in English. But the back of that's not in English. God knows what language that is. Doesn't matter. Then we played... I really enjoyed... I put this in my Mega Drive collection. So many good games on here. I only played 2 games on here. I played a little bit of Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic 1. I just had the urge to play. There's so much nostalgia with that game. It's funny the thing the Power Games has on the old subconscious, So I played a little bit of Sonic 1, and I played Virtua Fighter 2, and only a little bit. I did a couple of rounds. Again, I'm just I'm too busy in the day to play it. I'm on holiday. I don't go away to play games, but it's just basically just before bed, And I played a little bit of Virtua Fighter 2 and did a couple of rounds with my boy Akira. I suppose Virtua Fighter, I love the Virtua Fighter franchise. I haven't really got a main, but the last time, well, I don't know how many times I've played them, I always seem to pick Akira, so maybe Akira is my main, who knows. But yeah, that is a great collection of games. If you pause it down, I don't know if the camera's sharp enough to show you all the games that's on there. It's a really good collection. The Golden Axe games are on there as well. And I played that before, but getting through my backlog, I took Micro Machines, a V4. Now, I love my favourite Micro Machines game is the one on the N64. There's a lot of good memories with that game. I think my brother bought my N64 off me when he was a student, and he took it with him to his student flat, and there was 4 of them living in this flat, and they all had N64s, or I think 2 or 3 of them had N64s. It was the console to have at the time, and they all had Micro Machines, was one of the games they had, and it was like a pre-drinks game that we would play, and I'd know the maps off like the back of my hand kind of thing. So I saw this, again, it's not an expensive game. I thought, yeah, see how it holds up. Visually, it's better than the N64 version. But fuck, it takes a while to get used to the controls. I was really struggling. It was like only me versus the computer. And I had my ass kicked. And like at first I thought there was something wrong with my PSP. Where it felt like I was drifting to the left. And I was like on a snooker table or pool table or whatever, and I was just kept driving off. Then I was watching I thought I was the computer, I was having a right mare. But then I stuck with it, and yeah, once you get your head around the controls, they're not that responsive, you know, they're not very tight controls. That was my experience with it anyway. But yeah, it was great fun. But this game, I think, or these type of games are much better for me playing with your friends, you know. That's where my memories of this franchise are, you know. But yeah, I really did enjoy that at the end. I nearly turned it off, but I stuck with it because it's Micro Machines, you know, and I'm really glad I did. And there's a lot more in that game. That's going to keep me entertained for a long old time. The only Vita game I took with me, and it's probably the best Vita game out there, Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. I love this game so much. It's close to perfection, I suppose. Yeah, I'd say it's close to perfection, from the soundtrack, the presentation of the game. When you're scrolling through the menu, it's like a comic, because that's what a lot of these characters originate from, the comic book universe. Yeah, really good fun. There's so many teams you can play as. Only played it the one night. I think I just played through arcade mode once, and that got me my fighting game fix for the weekend. Yeah, so that was what I played. I took a few more games, but I just didn't have time to play them, you know. But then before and after, I suppose, this game, I paid £8 for it. Boy, oh boy, what a collection. I've had a ton of fun with this game. I was like, when I was away, I was thinking, I wish I brought my Xbox with me. It's very rare that a game keeps me this entertained. So I got my notes here. So I finished Halo 1, or Combat Evolved. Then I did Halo 3. I think I'd done that last week. I finished Halo Reach. And the thing with Halo Reach, I remember it being a great game. Before I had this playthrough, it was my third favourite. It might actually be my second favourite. I think it's better than Halo 3. Because I was playing them in order of my favourite. Halo 1 will always be, or Halo Combat Evolved will always be my favourite. I've got so many happy memories with that game. But yeah, Halo Reach, I was like playing some missions. I was like, I have no memory of this. The first couple of missions, great. I remembered where to go and stuff like that. But then there was some I was like, how come I can't remember this? But it's been donkey years since I played played Halo Reach. Then I played Halo 2, and the thing with Halo 2, I remember when it first came out on the Xbox, I think it was the best-selling Xbox game of all time. It's one of the most expensive Xbox games of all time. I'm talking about, when I say Xbox, I mean the original Xbox. But the thing with me, I think it was $39.99 when I was working in Curry's, and it's either, I think it was for 1 pence. There was a Midway Arcade Treasures. You get it for a penny with a special offer on. And I remember we were so excited to play this game. It was all my gamer friends. There was a lot of gamers working in Curry's at the time. About at least 10 of us bought it. And I remember so I played it for a bit and I just couldn't get on with it. I'm not saying I didn't like it, but I was playing like a couple of missions, and then I was picking up this Midway Arcade Treasures, thinking, I quite fancy playing a bit of that. So basically, I played the game I paid a penny for more than Halo 2. Then I played it a couple of times over the years. It still was an alright game. I didn't get the hype. Everyone's like, oh, it's the best game of all time. I'm talking about when it first came out. So I played through it a couple of times, like you do back in the day, isn't it? You haven't got a massive backlog of games. You play a game, you finish it, and 9 times out of 10, I'll finish it again or something, you know? So it was having that kind of treatment, and it was an okay game. Then, when this came out, I bought my first Xbox One the day this Master Chief Collection came out. I remember I was living in Carlisle. I had to catch a train from Carlisle to Gateshead, the Metro Centre. I had a ton of CX vouchers to trade. I'm talking a couple of £100. So it didn't really cost me anything. So I just had to buy the game. I think I bought one of the Forza games as well. And that was me set then. And I remember the reviews was like, oh, everyone was excited about Halo 2. And I was like, I've definitely missed something here. And what they have done a very good job of. The cutscenes and the cinematics are outstanding on all of them, but especially Halo 2. But the difference between me now and me wherever this came out, it would have been about 2014 kind of time. I'm not sure what date this came out, but I was living, 2014. I had this. I was drinking. It was I wouldn't say the start. It was early-ish into my drinking issues I've had. I'm not an alcoholic. I haven't been diagnosed as an alcoholic, but I don't drink anymore, put it that way. But drinking used to rule my life, basically. But I'd skip the cutscenes, and I did play through it back then in 2014. Again, it completely missed me by. I was like, okay, I've done it. Just so I can, because I'm a bit of a completionist. I've always have been. Just to show that I've done all the stages. I think it's 15 stages in Halo 2. Again, didn't think anything of it. But this time round, I've matured a bit as a gamer as well. So obviously I don't drink. I've watched all the cutscenes on every game I played so far. And the cutscenes is a really good story. The Arbiter, is it? I can't remember. The main demon guy, or whatever. Arbiter. Sorry. Arbiter. Head was going. I had to cut it off. The Arbiter, he had a tough story and there's a bit of a twist, and it's excellent, absolutely excellent story, and it just adds to the whole experience, and I can't fault that game. But what completely caught me off guard, right, was I had no memory playing Halo 2, playing through it. This memory just came back to me, right? So I must have played it since 2014 because I've got a bit of a love-hate relationship with the Xbox One. I think this is the fourth one I've owned over the years. So I buy one, play it for a while, then it'll sit on my shelf gathering dust, and then I'll go, what's the point in having it? Get it gone, so I'll sell it or swap it, trade it in, whatever. I've done that 3 times, so this is my 4th one now. And I was talking just now about my drinking issues. I've captured some terrible gameplay, but it was like, it just came flooding back to me, this memory, okay, where I knew I had a drinking issue. I knew I had to stop drinking, but I couldn't play video games. This is nuts to think about it. I couldn't play any video game without drinking. I couldn't do it. Even if I was 10 minutes, I'd be like, I need a drink. I've got to drink. So the two went hand in hand. So I was in such a mess that I had to stop drinking because it was ruining my health and my life. To stop that, I had to stop gaming. So the last game I played, and the feeling was, the last game I'll ever play was Halo 2. It was just like, and I remember it was the feeling, it was a horrible feeling. I was like saying goodbye, as sad as this sounds, right? Video games are my friends. I know it sounds weird, but that's the thought. I know I was steaming drunk, right, at the time, but I remember it. I remember this will be the last time I ever play any video game because I have to stop drinking, okay? And it caught me, that memory and that feeling. This was before I was taking medication for my mental health and stuff like that. So I had a lot of demons in my head, okay? Still have. But I can combat them. I got the tools to combat them now. But yeah, so I'll show you the footage. Terrible gameplay, right? It was just all I couldn't remember how to fucking save gameplay. But it was just, it shows how, maybe, I don't know, for lack of a better word, how important games are in my life. But it's like, it was so weird playing that mission, because I thought that was the last time I'd ever play any video game. It's funny that it was Halo 2. It wasn't planned, but yeah, I'll show you the footage right now. Okay, so yeah, I know, apologies about the bad gameplay, but yeah, it's weird, isn't it? But yeah, so I'm thoroughly enjoying that. I've got Halo 4 to play, and Halo, one of the Halo 3s, you got to pay for it, so I don't know if I'll do that. But it's very rare that I've done 4 Halo games, not necessarily in order. But yeah, I've done the 4 games, and I'm still really enjoying it, you know. And I got Halo 5, I think I paid £3 for that. So I got Halo 5 to look forward to as well. I probably will, once I've done Halo 4, do Halo 5 as well, you know. So yeah, I've had my money's worth and some with that. That was £8. If you haven't played it, or if you're on the fence, go get it. £8 is so much. God knows how many hours I've put into that. The other game I've played, I haven't touched really, apart from Street Fighter 6 last weekend. I have not touched my PS5. So it's all been, my handheld's on holiday, but when I come up here into the games room, I have no interest other than playing my Xbox One. Obviously, it's my new console. I played a little bit of Killer Instinct. One amazing game. I suppose since playing Street Fighter 6, it's very unfair of me to compare the two, because Killer Instinct, believe it or not, is a 10-year-old game. But yeah, I've just been playing a little bit of that. My main, probably going forward, is going to be Orchid. She's a really good fun. She's so fast. I'm exploring like the different costumes. There's so much content in that game. So here's some gameplay of me playing as Orchid.
One step closer to flushing it.
Okay, so let's talk about the games then. It's the 2nd of May, so we're a month away. 1 month we'll be playing Street Fighter 6. Oh my god, how exciting is that? Okay, so what have I been watching? I've been too tired to watch any movies on Netflix. I put on The Raid 2 last night, and I think I was drifting in and out of sleep, so I thought, right, turn it off, because I don't want to... What I do, see, is I'll put a film on when I go to bed on my iPad, and I'll watch a bit, then I'll close my eyes, drift off, and then I'll wake up at the ending, so I know what happens at the end. So I've done it loads of times. It ruins my movies, so I just turned it off. On holiday, we didn't have internet, so nice to take a break from it, actually. We were that far out in the sticks. It was a lovely beach by where we were, walking distance. So yeah, I didn't have any internet. So there's no Instagram, no YouTube or anything like that. But I got movies saved onto my iPad. So the 2 movies I watched was both Godzilla films. I watched Shin Godzilla probably for the 50th time. Amazing. And I watched Godzilla 2, or Godzilla King of the Monsters. That's probably my favourite out of the new 3 American Godzilla movies. You know, it's flipping brilliant. I'm not a fan of that Stranger Things girl. What's her name? The little... She can act. There's something about her. I wish she wasn't in these movies. I suppose she's okay in Godzilla vs. Kong vs. Godzilla, or whatever it's called. She's okay in that, but there's much better actresses out there, you know, in my opinion. So I really enjoyed them. YouTube. So I haven't really watched much other than my usual crime documentaries, right? What I like to do with them, I like to put them on whilst I'm doing housework or whilst I'm doing something. So I don't sit and watch it. It's like background is perfect for me, for like background noise. So I'm listening while I'm doing the dishes, I'm listening, or while I'm cleaning the kitchen, I'm listening all the time, you know. But this week's video of the week, okay, it's a really good discussion. This YouTube channel, it's 2 guys, 2 Americans. They do really good discussions. They've only just started doing it. They do pickups videos, the usual game collecting. You can tell they've got a sick games room. They're definitely hardcore gamers, very retro collectors as well, like myself. But lately they've been having really good discussions. So the channel is Gaming Off the Grid, and the video, I only watched it yesterday. I think it went up yesterday. So go check this out. They do a discussion, or the video's called YouTubers Ruined My Gaming... Sorry, scrap that, I'll try again. The video is called YouTubers Ruined My Video Game Hobby / Retro Game Collecting. Okay, so I couldn't agree more with them. Okay, so a lot of people are... So chuck my hat into it then, or my opinion into it. I don't think YouTube is ruining retro game collecting. There are some big YouTubers out there. One in particular that he's notorious. He's a big, almost 1 million subscriber YouTuber. I like the videos, but I think he's a bit shady. But basically, he talks about hidden gems or these games and stuff like that. He does like top 10 on everything. He's a very good presenter. He's got a good confident voice. It is another American YouTuber. And what happens is he'll talk about a video game. It could talk about any video game. So he'll talk about Micro Machines. And then all of a sudden, everyone rushes out and buys that. I can relate. He's one of the games I wouldn't have heard of. This is what Gaming Off the Grid boys talk about. Downhill Domination comes to mind on the PlayStation 2. So I wouldn't know that Downhill Domination existed if it wasn't for YouTube. If YouTubers weren't talking about it, none of my mates had these games growing up. It's so many games, I just wouldn't know it existed. But going back to that shady YouTuber, what he does is he's got a Patreon, and if you pay him money, his Patreon, you can support whatever YouTube you want. But what he does is basically, if you pay him money, you get to see these videos first before, and then all the scalpers rush out and buy all these games. So say they'll buy all Downhill Domination, all the copies of that, and then the price will go up then. But but going back to Gaming Off the Grid, they make the point. If it wasn't for YouTube, you wouldn't know about these other video games that are out there. I hope I'm explaining myself well. They explain it much better. Things go up in price though. Inflation, everything, and the more people have got the games on their shelves. Some people don't know what they've got, so they've binned them. So the more rare a game is, so over time, games become more rare. There's less of them out there. I'm noticing there's a lot less Xbox games in CEX. Before, there used to be over 100 PS2 and over 100 Xbox games. That wasn't that long ago. Now, there's about 80 per store in CEX, 80 PS2, and about less than 20 on average in my local CEXs, in my radius, you know. So games are, over time, going to go up. You can't blame YouTube or the YouTubers for that, you know. I just look at it, it's exactly the same point as the boys from Gaming Off the Grid make, is it's awareness. So I love watching pickups videos and hidden gems videos because I'm discovering new games all the time. All right, but yeah, check out that video. So the channel is Gaming Off the Grid. I should remember, again, pretty good at it now. I'll tag the channel, and the video is YouTubers ruined my video game hobby / retro game collecting. Okay, they've had last couple of weeks, they've had some really good discussions, and they throw their opinion out there. You might disagree, but yeah, go check them out. Consider subscribing to them. Right, my last thing, what have I been reading? I haven't read much. I'm still reading Alien Out of the Shadows. It's okay, it's a slow read, but it's actually now, they're like stranded on a spaceship, so Ripley is in it, not her daughter, like I first thought. I don't think this is canon, basically, but it's set between Alien and Aliens, so there's a slim chance it's canon, but I don't think so. Where they're now going to descend onto this like mining planet kind of thing. So they're about to do that. So it's gone from like a very claustrophobic environment on this spaceship where there's one xenomorph on there, but there's a chance that there's a load on this planet. They've got no choice. They've got to go drop down onto this planet, okay? So yeah, I'm like 110 pages in. I'm tempted to just have a day to just finish the book. I want to get back into, after this I'm going to read Berserk, but it's a 7 out of 10 so far, you know. But if you're not a fan of Alien or Aliens or that franchise, you probably struggle with this, you know. But yeah, it's a very well written book, which is more important for me, and it's a good story there, okay. So that is what I've been playing, what I've been watching, and what I've been reading. Yeah, hope you have a good week. Apologies it's been late. I'm going to try and be a bit more constant now with work should be going back to normal. I'll probably do a video tomorrow on I got my supervisor sacked. Oh my god. Yeah, I'll probably tell that story. It's a story of karma, and it's nice where the good guys win. And yeah, justice was done, let me tell you. I thought he was a nice guy, but turns out he wasn't. Yeah, we'll do that video tomorrow, hopefully, if everything is okay. Thank you very much for watching, anyone that watched. If you enjoyed it and you're not already subscribed, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Have a good week. Love you. Bye.